What up, YouTube? Why shadowboxing is king? For me, shadowboxing is the king of boxing training in general. That's just my personal opinion. That's just what's happened to me. That's just what I've experienced with improving my skills in my boxing journey. And I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Now, obviously, every boxer shadowboxes. It's a common training tool. And I've always been shadowboxing just like every other boxer. Really started to notice major gains when I changed the way I shadowbox. What did I change about my shadowboxing? First thing I changed was always looking to make my full shadowboxing more and more realistic. What I mean by full shadowboxing is all out, meaning that I'm imagining that I'm in a real fight. I was always looking to improve on my technique, but now I started focusing more on the visualization of making it more realistic. And every time I go shadowbox, I'm trying to make it more and more realistic, more and more, visualizing a real fight more and more in my head, focusing on the mental side of it, remembering all the hits I took, remembering my past sparring sessions, focusing on all the mistakes I made, making sure I'm not out there being mentally lazy and shadowboxing as if I'm in camp. Now when I shadowbox, I'm acting as if I'm in camp each and every time. And this made a major difference. I'm not out there stressing about it, but I am making it as realistic as possible. Now I'm imagining fighting an opponent that's better than me in every way. Someone like Mike Tyson, or someone like, Tyson Fury, or, just somebody who is levels above you. I realized visualization is a skill that I really need to improve upon. The next thing I started doing was calculated combinations. Before, I feel like most people when they shadowbox, they throw random combinations. And I was one of those people. If you wasn't one of those people, that's great. But now I started focusing on very calculated combinations and imagining the combinations before you throw them, and doing them over and over again. It may sound simple, but it really helps a lot. Work on calculated combinations, and yes, I work on stuff that I use in sparring, but I'm working on stuff that I don't use in sparring. You want to increase your skill level all the time. So I'm working on things that I don't use on a regular basis in sparring. I'm working on, you want to have the skill. You want to be able to do everything. You want to be able to throw any punch in any way at any time. That helped me immensely. And again, it may sound simple, but when you're trying to execute these combinations with perfect form, perfect intensity, and perfect visualization, it's harder than you think. Now, the third thing that helped me was dedicating shadowboxing sessions to speed. We all know speed kills, and we all know timing beats speed, but timing plus speed absolutely obliterates. I would lay out combinations that I can execute fairly well and just try to do them a little bit faster each time. Nothing crazy, just a little bit faster each time. Say try to be a little bit faster, just a little bit faster, because you don't want to sacrifice speed for improper form. Trying to be too fast could mess up your form, and now you just your technique's jacked. So those are three things that have really helped my shadowboxing, and I've benefited a lot from it. And it all starts from just higher amounts of concentration and a clear direction when I go out. Shadowboxing is the closest thing to fighting besides sparring. So that's why for me, shadowboxing can give you a world of benefits if you do it right, but only if you give absolute 100% concentration and have a clear direction when you go ahead and do it. Don't be lazy with it. I'll be dropping a lot more videos like this regarding my training method I got for today, Hustle Bear Jr. season. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I want to hear the love, the hate, and everything in between.